What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This week on the workbench, my Outcast 4S. Lately, all I've been driving is my Low C Pro Moto MX. I'm gonna give it a little break, get back to some monster truck bashing here. Reason it's on the bench, I gotta do a little repair on it. Looks like the servo kicked the bucket, so got me a little cheap 35 kg servo from Amazon. These things are pretty reliable. I have one in my Mojave. They've been pretty good, and they're very, very affordable for what they are. So we're gonna drop that in here. And also I had to pick up a servo saver spline for it. This is the 25 tooth. There are other options, but this one just seemed to fit right in, and because the servo assembly in there is kind of tight, so not every spline will fit in there, but this is going to be an exact fit. This is just going to be a 25 tooth spline for that one. So let me show you what it's doing. You can see it kicked the bucket. So if it ever happens to you guys, and that's it. Looks like it's like losing power on the ESC, but it's the servo, guys. So it turns when it wants to, it doesn't get back to place. So that servo's done. Let's go ahead and replace it. I want to bring you along for the ride. Then we're going to take it for a nice bash session on my local park. So let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Looks like I gotta get the power switch out the way. Don't forget those little washers. I already had one fall inside, gotta get it out now. So we are going to have to remove the ESC because it sits right on top of the receiver. So this screw right here is tied to the servo line, so just line it up in the middle and just pull it out. So here's the servo assembly, and as you can see, it's just a little tight in there, so you have to make sure everything clears though. That's why I went with this AR 340-151, just to set the rec fit, so it's just easier to get things on there. So we're gonna install that on the new one, and we'll take this little extension arm here and let's reattach it, run it back to the steering channel on the receiver, put everything back together, and this thing's ready to get ripped. Don't forget to power up the servo to center it. Just like that, all my troubles are fixed. So I'm gonna put everything back on, tighten everything up. The hardest part is really kind of just kind of lining it up so it slides in there. We'll bolt it back on and we'll put everything back together, but we're just like that, our servo issue is gone. Pretty simple process though. All right, let's see how it's working. I forgot how much fun this thing was to drive. This thing's an animal. like we're good, guys. So in my original video for the Outcast 4S, I believe we did 52 miles an hour on it. It was an old lipo. This is a much newer 4S lipo. So I really want to see what it does. See if it improved any of the performance. Still hot as hell out here. He's into it. Oh, that's different than the 52 that I got before. 55. Track start. I was expecting something along those lines, and we got it. So 55 is the top speed for this with a good LiPo battery. Ease into it again. So much fun. This thing's wild. And 55 again. Track, and one more time. I can get a little bit more out of it, maybe. And 54, so now we went down. So top speed on it is 55 miles an hour. That hurt. So I was gonna start jumping it around and rain came, so I decided to end up at the skate park for a minute.